Welcome to the install video for our Prado 250 tailgate antenna mount. Andrew is going to run you through how easy this is to install. If you'd like to buy one of our Prado 250 tailgate antenna mounts, click on the link up here. But stay tuned for Andrew to run you through the install.
So this is the third part in our UHF install. This is for our tailgate bracket. Now this is quite unique to us, and what it's going to do is it's going to put our aerial there. We've got a bit of support on it, and we'll actually mount it to the body so she's nice and stable once we're done. To do this, it'll actually come with a little nutsert, some screws, and our homemade nutsert tool. But tools wise, 7mm spanner. I'm going to use a 3 for the pilot hole, that's not crucial. 6, that's crucial for the nutset hole. A little picky poker, a Phillips head screwdriver, obviously a drill, a 10mm socket, and most importantly, a broomstick. All right, so what we're going to do, is we're actually going to get this little clippy here and just slide it down. So you just want to be gentle and just slide it down just like that. Don't rip it out, don't do anything. And then what we can do is we can actually just lift the weight off the strut, go like that, and then we're just going to bring the door down. Oh, let's hope this doesn't ruin our filming. And just support it like that. So we're going to bracket off. Happy days. It's literally that simple. All right, so probably the best way to do it, we've done a few, so we'd do it slightly differently, but your first time around, we're actually just going to quickly and gently slide it back on. And this is just going to be a little bit of a dummy fit so we can get our hole right. So we're going to hold it up against the body as you do it. Just really loosely, I'm just going to do it really loosely up against there, and that's going to be the positioning for it. All right, so what I'm going to do is we've got this hole in the side, and I'm just going to drill just a little pilot hole in there like that. And so now I've got a little pilot hole. And then next up, this is probably the critical one. Oh, sorry. Now, getting too excited. We got a little hole there, so let's whack the bracket back off. Got our little hole. What we're going to do, I only brought one battery with me today. All right, so we're going to drill this out. And then we've got ourselves a nice little hole. This is not optional for us, it's optional for you. We use a tech tool, which is just like a body anti-rust. Kind of up to you what you do there. Definitely, if we do it, you'll end up with that. And I just give it a bit of a spray in there, and I'll give it a bit of a tidy up. And what we do now is we have to install our nutsert. So the nutsert's what gives it our rigidity that way. So here we go. So what we've got, you'll notice it's a bit of a creation, but it actually works really well. So I've got screw, nut, heap of washers, that's to spin, and then we're going to put our nutset down, and we're going to make sure it's a little bit proud. You can even go to there. Basically, we're going to slide this in like that, and then I'm going to hold this, spin her down, and then just really easily hold it nice and square and just start tightening it up. Now you don't have to push too hard on the screwdriver. The last thing obviously you want to do is slip and scratch the car. If you were a bit worried about it, you could definitely throw some masking tape around. Oh, sorry, Liam, I bumped him. You could throw some masking tape around the area, but the owner of this car is quite forgiving with me. But once we got to this point, so my nut's really tight, everything's all locked up. All we do is, again, hold the screw, just back that nut off, and then that's it. Pull her out, and there we have your nutsert. So it really is that easy. It sounds, nutserting a vehicle sounds like a big deal on the phone. Liam just bonked his head, but it really is that easy. So all we're going to do now is basically what we did just before. It's even got an up arrow for us, so that's handy. Get this one in here. And before I'm not going to do these because I'm all about the screw, and that's going to get our placement. So we need to make sure that is lined up. Bang on. Here's my little screw. Again, because I'm a little bit paranoid. A bit of those ones. And let's get this screw in. I'm just going to do a little bit firm. So they're nice and tight. And I'll just make sure give it one more little. There we have it. So that is rock solid, not going anywhere. Happy days. All right, now, all we do, so you want to have a bit of just make sure your broom doesn't fall down. I'm just going to lean that there. And then, so slowly bring the door up. You want to bring it slow. Let the actuator do its thing. That's simple, guys. That is back on. So you'll notice the clip actually found its happy place. I must have bumped it up a bit, but that's it. And let's just check before we go mounting aerials and wires and everything. All right, now that's it. So she's locked off. That's it. Everything still works as per usual. I think the car needs a wash, but anyway. It's been raining a lot here. And that's basically it. So all that touches it is this, there is a seam there, the seal, and stays no scratching, no nothing. All right, and really, the next phase is just to fit your aerial.
Perfect.
All right, so we're going to slot our aerial on. So all we do, slide that down, slide it up. Now this is a 19mm socket. The truth be told, we're down in our other workshop here and I forgot to bring a 19mm. That's a later problem. All right, so I'm just going to put this over, I'll tell you what I'll do, put it around here. All right, so we're just going to pull this trim off here. This is obviously to run your cable. So this trim, it is as easy as that. Trim comes off and then back to our 10mm. We've got one here. We've got one down here. And then we're just going to grab it and get our fingers behind and pull that off. That wasn't supposed to happen. And then we just push this retaining clip here down here now. Ta-da! That comes off. All right. Now, this is obviously your wiring for your taillight. This one here, it's like Toyota thought about us doing this job. They've literally given us this little grommet. And all we're going to do... All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip it inside out. And then I'm going to cut this off here. And then hopefully we can then keep above this edge. Take this one out. There we go. So maybe just like that. So we go. Got ourselves a nice little grommet. Feed it through. All the way down. All I'm going to do is poke this through here. Then I come around here, Liam. And bring it up here. So normally we'd pull this panel off, which is actually really quick. But I'm just going to pull it through like this for this video. Basically, the next video we're going to shoot is our underfloor dual battery system. So we'll get the panel off then. If you wanted to be lazy, this is definitely a way you can do it. And then you can pull that cup holder out. I'll show you that. And you can access it that way. And you can actually get a fair bit in there. All right, so there we have our grommet. We'll feed it in. We've actually got a fair bit of clearance back here. So I'm just going to leave it a bit loose and we'll tighten it up as we go. All right, so we got our taillight. We're whacking her back in. We're going to bring the cable up through the top here. If you push it in, it'll just seat, and you'll notice that there's actually a lot of clearance back there, so it's fine. It looks like it's getting squashed, but if you remember, it had that big grommet and all that wire back there. All right, and so I'm just going to bring that down there to bring it over to the side, away from the actual door. That, my people, is basically it. Now we can, if you wanted to, if you were concerned about this, you could put a bit of sticker or something there to hold it, but that actually stays there really well. It stays out of the way, and there you have it. That's basically it. Next, so obviously we've got it all here, the cable coming out. What you can do is these cup holders, shameless plug here, because we do our output cup holder circuit. So that actually comes out, so you can literally reach down and follow the cable all the way through if you wanted to. I would normally, because the back seats are so quickly to pull out, I'd pop this out and do it properly. But we'll run this video once we pull back out, and we'll probably do it as you'll see the back seat will be out next time we do it. Final test, if you want to jump back, let's hit the button. Now, if it goes down and then reopens, you haven't come in enough weight on this way, and it's feeling a bit of resistance on the door. But that is what it looks like.
Thank you so much for watching Andrew install that rear antenna or tailgate mount for your Prado 250. We have stacks of other Prado 250 specific products available on our website. I'm going to put a link over here so you can go and browse them and shop now. If you would like to watch any of the install videos for those sorts of products, there's a link to our playlist just here, and then YouTube thinks you should watch this one down here.
Accelerate off-grid touring, powering your adventures.